vote for him for somebody who, by the way, he placed someone with deep ties to the chemical industry in charge of the EPA's Chemical Safety Office. That's who you voted for in that district. Donald Trump.
What's going on, everybody? Wired here. I hope you're all having an excellent day. I just wanted to react to this really quick. I found a clip of Joy Behar and her thoughts on East Palestine and the people there who are obviously suffering the fallout of a train derailment. And now there's toxic spill and people are afraid to go outside, and their water supply is polluted. The price of their homes have plummeted, and they're not really in too good of shape because of this train derailment. However, the Biden administration has largely ignored this. Karine Jean-Pierre has said that Biden has no plans to go and visit the community of East Palestine because he's right now too busy lining his pockets with money from Kyiv and, the president of Ukraine, Zelensky. That's much more of a focus than a tragedy happening here in America. But the wokes on The View, particularly this time, Joy Behar, had some pretty garbage take on what she thinks that the people of East Palestine deserve this because they voted for Trump, or primarily that's a more red area. So I guess in her view that you're not really an American then because, if you don't vote for the Democrats, then hey, whatever happens to you happens to you. Not super surprising. These people are the elite of the elite. They get paid like $100,000 to have bad takes, and somehow The View is still on the air. I don't know how. But this one was pretty bad. Even The View's own audience, which I would say is mainly left-leaning people, maybe not especially woke people, or maybe, I don't know. But yeah, it was pretty bad. But without further ado, let's get into this.
Lay down regulations for a second, because it seems to me that the Republicans are obsessed with this notion of the free market, and they don't like a lot of regulations.
Because it means profit. When you deregulate, you get profit.
But I know.
Part of deregulation,
for example, there were very few plane crashes, thank God. And that's because the industry is highly regulated. We have to pay for regulations and safety standards. Otherwise, where are we? We're all going to go up in flames.
So what she's talking about here is apparently during the Trump administration, there were deregulations of the railroad system, the train system, that were not present under the Obama administration. And I'm not sure if that's exactly true or not, but even if it is, Biden has been in office for 2 years now, so he would have time to reverse those decisions. It's just fascinating to me, very fascinating. Everything that could possibly ever go wrong is always Donald Trump's fault. And he hasn't even been in office now for 2 years. And yet everything that could possibly go wrong or goes bad is still his fault. It's truly remarkable the gymnastics that these people go through in their head to pretty much protect Biden at all costs and just say, hey, orange man bad, orange man bad. Trump derangement syndrome still on full display. It'll probably never go away.
Norfolk Southern gives as much to Democrats as Republicans. It's a very powerful lobby that is trying to block regulation. And this train, to Sarah's point, 2 miles long with 2 full-time employees and a trainee on it.
And they didn't even need to, because the last administration rolled it down to only one worker. They happened to have 2.
One thing I just want to say is I do think this was an unforced error by President Biden. It was 20 days before we had Secretary Buttigieg go down, 10 days before he put out a statement acknowledging it. This is...
Yep, that's true. And whose fault is that? Biden and his administration's fault. Nobody else. Biden hasn't even gone there yet. He's still in Kyiv. Got to line his pockets with the Ukrainian money. But, Americans, where Americans are like last.
Trump country. He won by 40 points. He is a president for all Americans. I believe that, but he needs to show that he is. It was time for him to be.
I don't know why they would ever vote for him for somebody who, by the way, he placed someone with deep ties to the chemical industry in charge of the EPA's Chemical Safety Office. That's who you voted for in that district. Donald Trump, who reduces all safety. He did in those days.
And even The View's audience is gasping at that. That's a terrible take. Oh, you voted for this guy, so anything that bad happens, you're not Americans anymore. I don't know much about politics or the whole electoral system, but I don't think you're not just a president for people who voted for you. I mean, what about people who don't vote? A lot of people don't even vote. So I guess those Americans don't count.
Showed up at McDonald's and those voters saw something on the ground that probably resonates in a way that they need.
But they need to look past the photo ops, these people, and say who's doing the job here. Forget about the photo op.
Showing up is a big
showing up. I think
this is Donald Trump's fault.
Of course, it's always. Of course, everything's Donald Trump's fault. He hasn't been in office for 2 years, and now people are even ridiculing him because he showed up to East Palestine. He's brought people food, water, but there's a big thing now because his name was on the bottles of water, which probably he grabbed from his hotel. You know, he just whatever supplies he could take there. But that's a huge deal. How dare he bring them, fresh water, which is what they really need right now, because it's a photo op for him. The logic here is just absolutely fascinating. It's ridiculous. Elon Musk went through the same thing. He was a hero of the left. He did a lot with the Teslas. He's trying to make a greener planet. But the second he bought Twitter and he's allowing mean tweets to come through, it's like, all hell just breaks loose. Really, really fascinating stuff. Really garbage take by Joy Behar, but that's kind of what you come to expect from The View. I got another clip really quick here. It's a little bit different with the wonderful ladies on The View harassing Liam Neeson. So without further ado, let's roll this one.
It's no secret that Joy thinks you're the hottest and the greatest ever. In case there was any doubt, we have a few times she's brought you up over the years. I think we have some video.
Have you seen this?
I would just like to have my ashes sprinkled over Liam Neeson. Liam Neeson.
What does that even mean exactly? I want to have my ashes sprinkled over Liam Neeson? I don't even know if that's really that's just one of the weirdest things I've ever heard. And you can tell from his body language here that he's completely uncomfortable with this. And I guarantee if the situation was reversed and this were a panel of 5 men talking like this to a woman, it would not be able to be played on the air. It would not be okay. They would all get blasted. They'd all get in trouble. There'd be executives coming down and there'd be people having classes on, sexual conduct. But because it's Joy Behar and The View, they can be as uncomfortable as they want.
Right now, those kidnapping movies that he does get me so aroused. I can't even
It's just all this BS with Joy and Liam Neeson.
Yeah, again, just really, that's just really cringe. But, kind of what you expect from The View. So, yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. I want to give a shout out to the people of East Palestine. Thoughts are with you. Prayers are with you. And hopefully Biden can show up at some point, but I'm sure people are so pissed off. It's been so long. It's like, I don't know. Do you even want him to show up? I don't know if I would. I'd be pretty enraged if I was a part of that community. But anyway, let me know what you think. Leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you want to hear more stuff like this. I'm going to try to start covering more news articles, like I said. And if you didn't enjoy what I'm saying, I apologize, but I thank you for listening this long. And I will catch you all in the next one. Later.